There's a moment in every sales call where everything locks in or it falls apart. And that moment is when you share the investment. When you get to that part of the call where you talk about the price and you get to what's next. If you hesitate, if you mumble, if your energy doesn't match the words that are coming out of your mouth, the person on the other end of that call, they feel it. And that's what happened to too many smart and capable and deserving people like yourself. You lose the trust of your potential client in 5 seconds. And that's all because you don't know how to talk about the price on your sales calls. That uncertainty caused people to back off. It caused them to start raising objections. It caused your potential client to start to question, is this the right person for me? Is this the right decision I'm making? Could I trust this person? Could I trust myself? And those few seconds of sharing the investment take away from all the amazing work, the amazing experience you've had on that call, the deep discovery, the deep connection, the presence that you gave them during the entire call that fall apart because you don't know how to talk about the price. And a lot of times that happens because you're not doing some basic things that would make talking about the investment. And I keep switching between investment and price. I refer to it as an investment. Anyone that's spending money with me, they're investing, because with an investment, you get a return. You're expected to get a return. And that's what I deliver. And that's what I hope you deliver. It's an investment. When something is just the price, it's a commodity. I'm just paying the price to use this thing. So when your clients work with you, they're making an investment in themselves to create a solution, create new possibilities in their future. And because you're not able to communicate that investment in a way to them that give them belief, grow their confidence, and give them certainty, the whole deal fall apart. You can fix that. And I'll walk you through this video, a couple of steps you can do to fix that, and a few things to identify that's causing that challenge you may be experiencing when it comes to talking about the investment of your offers, talking about what does it take financially for people to move forward and work with you with the amazing solution that you present. For many people throughout the entire call, the entire sales call, the entire discovery call, whatever you call it, right? During that call is very relational. And it's a very emotional call for some people. But when it gets to the price, when it gets to come to talking about the investment, it becomes very transactional. And that's when everything falls apart. There's some research that shares that 7% of communication is conveyed through your actual words. Another 38% is conveyed through your tone. And the biggest part of communication is conveyed through your body language. So if you're saying one thing and your voice and your posture is saying something else, people feel that. And that caused them to make a decision out of fear. That caused them to be hesitant, and that caused them to pull back. Now, you can fix this. When it comes to speaking about the price on your calls, when it comes to sharing the investment of your offer, when it comes to confidently conveying the value that you bring because of the work you do, it takes practice. I have the honor of getting a chance to review a lot of my clients' sales calls. And the calls go really well until that point in the call when they talk about the money. And usually when I ask, what happened here? The energy drop. I see and I hear and I feel a shift in your energy. I wasn't sure what to say. That's usually what I hear a lot. So it takes practice when it comes to saying that number of the investment. And for many people, a lot of times, the first few times they're saying that number out loud is on their calls. But you have to say that, practice to say that number, so it becomes natural to you. You develop a high level of certainty behind saying it. The investment is $10,300. The investment is $5,000. The investment is $1,000. Practice saying that number. And there's a process I teach a lot of my students on how to actually position the value of your offer. And I'll talk about that in another video, and I think I may have a video on the channel that I talk about it. But it's price anchoring, giving an incentive for people to move now. So usually when you're on the call, this is how I would share the investment is. The offer is $5,000. But if you decide to move forward today on this call, I have some special pricing. You will save $1,000. If you decide to pay in full today, the investment will be $4,000. I can say that because I've rehearsed that multiple times, but you have to know those numbers and practice saying those numbers and developing the certainty around it. A cheat code is have the numbers in front of you. You can briefly look down and look back up. Don't say the numbers when you're looking down. You look down to get the number and you look back up and you say the number. But when you practice it, it gets ingrained in you. You develop the confidence and certainty around saying that number. So if you're committed to saying the number, saying what the investment is to work with you, put practice in the comments for me. Let me know you're committed to this process. Put practice in the comments for me. You're committed to practicing saying your number, walking around your house, saying that number, going in front of the mirror and saying the number and see what your facial expression is. See if there's some hesitancy in your eyes. Listen for hesitancy in your voice. Look at your facial gestures. And that give you an opportunity to align your words with your tone and with your physical actions. And that would give you an opportunity to align your words with your tone and your body language. Now, to build on practicing, you want to memorize your investment. Memorize it, know it out of your head. Have it be second nature to you. And many times that comes through repetition and constant practicing. And being perfect in your practice. Practice is good, but what really works, what really sticks, what really conveys, what really actually stick to your memory is perfect practice. So know your numbers. Know what options that you have. And as you're working to practice it and memorize it, as I said, have it on a document in front of you. But know the numbers, know the combinations, know, hey, this is the full pay, this is the incentive pricing, this is the payment plan, this is the deposit to get started, to hold your spot. You know, this is where I have some wiggle room. If it's someone I really want to work with and they need some flexibility with payment options, know those things, have those things in front of you, because then you'll be able to convey that number with confidence. So those are the first two things: practice and memorize the investment. Practice and memorize the investment. When you do so, you'll be able to align your energy with the words that's coming out of your mouth. Remember the breakdown, right? 75, 38, 55, 75% words, 38% tone, 55% body language. Your tone and your body language carries your message. You can say the investment with conviction, or you can say it like you're asking permission. You can say the investment like you believe it, or you're saying it like you're uncertain. You don't feel you're worth it. You don't believe you can deliver the result. So match your energy with your words. And sometimes you may need to, in addition to practicing, is working on your own personal belief about the value of your offer, about the certainty that you can deliver the results and the impact it will have on your clients. That helps when it comes to how to share your pricing on your sales calls. Next thing you may want to focus on. And I get excited when I talk about this type of stuff. I get excited when I'm on a call and I know that I can actually help someone with the work I do. Especially hearing their story, hearing where they were, where they want to go, what's holding them back, reasons why they want to get there. I get excited. And because I get excited, I speed up, right? I talk quickly. But I've learned to slow down. So when you're sharing the investment, slow down. When you're sharing the pricing on your offer, slow down. You want to slow down so they can actually process and clearly hear what you're saying. The investment to get started is typically $10,000. But when you decide to move forward today on this call, I have some incentive pricing. You'll save $2,000 when you make a payment in full of $8,000. Or you can make two payments of $4,500 and you'll still save $1,000. Which of those options feel like a good fit for you? When I slow down, I'm giving them a chance to process the numbers. And pausing after I share the investment allow them to do the calculation for themselves. Don't rush the conversation when it comes to the investment. I've seen on calls I review for my clients, and I've been there too. When I first started, I just want to get that number out of the way and move on. But I've seen that with my clients too. You want to get over that bump, right? But no, you don't want to do that. You want to sit there. You don't want to rush that. You don't want to squeeze it in between details. No, you want to make it clear. This is the investment you're making. You're inviting them into an amazing transformation through the work you do, through the services you provide, through the offer that you're making them. Treat it with the weight and respect that it deserves. So slow down and give them a chance to process and make that decision. So make some time. Take a few minutes. Take 5-10 minutes today to stop, go in front of your mirror and say your full offer out, including investment. Pay attention to your tone. Pay attention to your body language. And many times you make assumptions. When we say it out, just reading and studying is one thing. But when we see ourselves as we're saying it, oh my goodness, why am I squinting like that? Why my face look like I'm in pain? And those are some of the things I've heard clients say, right? When I show them back on the video, hey, this is what you look like when you said, what's going on there with you? Take some time to practice. It will be a blessing for you and be a blessing for those clients that's getting on your calendar, getting on your sales calls. Because more of them want to make the decision to work with you. But because of how you're communicating your price, because you're fair, maybe you don't know how, that's causing them to question the value that you bring, question themselves, question the process. And when that happens, they are not making a decision to change their lives. They're thinking about it. They may even be ghosting you on a follow-up call. So empower yourself to serve more people through understanding how to speak about the price on your sales calls, how to speak about the investment. And if you want some help tightening up your delivery, if you want some help practicing, if you want some tips on how to improve and get better, join my sales coaching gym. The link is down below. It's a community where I teach how to sell in a way that is transformative, how to sell in a way that support and create possibilities to people, and how to sell in a way that's aligned with who you are to the core. Looking forward to seeing you in the sales coaching gym